Hey folks, Sunday morning, Massey Dave, hope you're all well. Thank you for your comments and likes. Everybody else is watching. As you know, make it up as go along, whatever happens, whatever. Sunday morning, I said tinkering. I'd like to see if I can get this lot working before I pull everything apart. So we're going to whip the seat out and have a closer look, because it's a bit awkward to get stack pipes. So I'll get this thing out of the way. It's got to come out anyway, but I just want to see what's going on first off. So let's get things. We've got the seat out of the way. We've managed to get this off, this valve. Now with the stop out, let's see if we got some pumping. We have. That's a good start. So I reckon it might be this valve that's the problem, possibly not letting the oil go where it should do. I'll put the airline on that hole and see if the arms lift. Right, put airline on there. Are they going to work? Yep. Bargain. Oh, fell over. We've gone dirty. Right. So it may appear, as the arms go up and down, that this might be the problem. Let's have a closer look at it. Well, still nothing. Has the pump lost its power? But we'll put some pump into it and nothing. Right, when I put the airline on this, we can either have it going through and coming out that port, which is the one that goes to the lift arms, or it doesn't come out of that one, so it must be going that way. Now, I'm going to try and rig up a test gauge now, put this back together, see if we've got any pressure. Right, we've got the valve on for this way, and as you can see, it pumps oil. Flop that over the other way. There, it's still coming this way. Obviously that valve's not doing what it's supposed to. So the plot thickens. If I start it up, it does go up a little bit. On that. And then when it's running, it stops. Taking it over. Mystery. A really slow tick over. It is just bursting. Rev it up and it stops. Just creeping up. I'll have to have a think on this one. Perhaps the pump's worn. And it's not, yeah. So the plot thickens. If I start it up, it does go up a little bit. On that. And then when it's running, it stops. We're taking it over. Mystery. A really slow tick over. It is just bursting. Rev it up and it stops. Just creeping up. I'll have to have a think on this one. Perhaps the pump's worn. And it's not, yeah. Folks, it's Monday morning. Bit fresh and chilly. Right, we're going to make a start on this beauty, getting the roof off and doors and bits and pieces out the way. So let's see how many bolts are going to come undone or are going to shear off. Wish me luck. Got a touch of the old man flu coming about me. Felt a bit this morning, but there we go. We soldier on. We're on the last of the bolts for the roof. They've all come out undone, bar one. Only had one sheared off. And this one is all but out and off. So that's the result so far. Right, the roof's off. Obviously been dented here. Hopefully we can ding that one out. And just a little bit of rust gone through in two places there. Other than that, another little ding there, which is in pretty good order. Just bar those little bits. Not too bad on the inside as far as any rust. So yeah, first bit is off. That's what you call a sunshine roof. We got the foam out. Let's see how all these other little bits come out. I think there's a nut and bolt up there somewhere to get that off. Right, I'm just looking before I take too much else apart while we've still got all these bits on. You obviously need to have a new rear windscreen vinyl thing made up. So I'm going to use a piece of masking paper, tape it round there so we can line up where all these are and get a nice template. Because I looked in a book, can't see one for this cab. So like we did with the 135, we'll get it made. Right, we've got that in. We've made some measurements of where those are fixed. Obviously missing one clip that side. So we know from the top down to that one, to that one, to that one. The distance all the way across between all 3 points of that. And the 2 bolt fixings, one at the top each side. And that's where the bottom of the frame comes. So we can carefully take this off and put it to one side. Working away, try and get this side glass out. But there's some captive nuts on the back of a plate on here, and one has decided to, let go. So we're going to have to try and bend this one out. There we've got the bolt out there, the clamp up there. Hopefully this one will come out of here with a bit of persuasion. And then we can deal with that broken captive nut on there. Got it out on the bench. Let's see about carefully taking all this apart. Keep the relevant bits so we can got patterns to make new stuff. And hopefully getting behind there to deal with that one. And get the glass out securely. Obviously we've got to get new rubbers, so we'll take a section and get it sent off to my man and see what you can do for getting some new. I'm not going to hold much hope for this one though, but you never know, might have something suitable. Slowly winning here. The nut on the back of a captive nut is like a 14mm, imperial 14mm, and you've got an 11mm socket for the bolt, but I've managed to get enough purchase on there. So hopefully a few more turns and it will be out. What you call success. We can hopefully weld that back in somehow or another, or we'll get a riv nut and set a riv nut in there just to hold it rather than that. And a suitable, what's that, about an M6 size. Well, the old window rubbers are rather brittle to say the least. We've got the locking strip out of it, but that is kind of just falling apart really. Carefully get this glass out. Just tease all that back round out the way. Yeah, that's just coming off. It'll come out. It's certainly a learning curve how to take this lot apart. There's a plastic channel that sits in there for the sliding glass to go in. And thankfully there was a joint there and a joint there, so we managed to get that bit out. Hopefully we've got a bit more of a chance now getting this bit of glass released out of the frame. And yeah, but slow and steady because we don't want to break anything if we can help it. It's out, and on the catch here, there's a little retaining pin. Obviously just needs a bit of freeing up, but it does move. That little pin there locates in a couple of holes along here for opening and closing the window at certain places. So we'll give that a bit of a squirt with some stuff and see if we can get it actually doing its job again. Then we'll put the glass safely out the way with the other bit. There you go, bit of squirty on it, and it's doing its job. Resorted to plan B for this side. I've drilled the heads of the bolts off because likewise they were stuck on there. So hopefully that is now free. And then we can deal with the remains of the bolt that's stuck in the captive nut once it's off. The second side is out. I have noticed that's not glass. That's been replaced with a piece of perspex. Right, so we've got slowly working our way on this door. We've got the 2 bits of glass out of it now, very carefully cutting some of the rubber, get it out. And the door seals, which are pretty knackered. We've got one more bit to go. We've got the strop off of there, which, well, door stop, that was broken, but we've taken an approximate measurement from the door at 90 degrees to the pin, 160 millimeters, so we can get some of these made up. So yeah, pins can come out, they can all go in the tub, get that bit of trim off, then we can get this door handle off and get the door off out the way. We've got the windscreen wiper off. I say, had a bit of a job getting the blade off and getting that nut undone. Just flopping around the glass a bit, so that's going to take some cleaning up. See if we can get the threads back to something normal again on that. But I say, it does work as you saw the other day, but I'm not sure whether that's broken on there or not, but we'll deal with that. At least it's off intact. Just say, all those bolts around that front windscreen, I've tried my patience. Some of the captive ones had spun out, some were tight, some have come undone. We're down to the last couple now, just down here, and hopefully we can get that out and then deal with the glass on a flat surface a bit easier, because it's a large bit, we don't want to break it. Finally, we got that bit out. It's looking a bit barer now. That bracket can come off. We're getting to it. There's only basically the door to sort and the piece of glass over there. There's these panels here. Get them unbolted. Rest of the roof off, and we're down to the frame and wings and stuff. We've been in on this side. We just got that panel extracted, and as per usual, you get another captive blinking nuts spinning round. So we've just got that one the other side to get off, and we're winning. But it's been a challenging morning, or challenging day, but we've certainly got some bits and pieces off this old one now. And yes, the last bolt, captive one again, spinning. So let's get the drill out, drill the head of it off. That's the way to do it. He's off. This panel's all loose. To be able to take the thing off. Just like that. Yeah, I'm behind bars. We finally got the last panel unbolted off the roof of the cab over there. Got the mesh out. So best place for me. Keep me safe in here. Morning folks, it is Tuesday morning. I feel crap. Anyway, off for MOT. I've got to get that done. And I'll see when I get back as to how much more I do on that. But yeah, not the best of nights. Man flu, terrible thing, man flu. It really is. Anyway, let's get the truck fired up and get on down for MOT with it. MOT is all done and out the way. I need a cup of tea and then try and get most of this framework off. We'll see how we go, because I'm feeling rough as a badger's, you know what. Right, well, we got all the bolts out, back supports out. Right, hopefully we can get this part off. Right, too much, no problem. I hope. Awkward as ever. Let's get up there and lift it off. Those down there. Then go in the tub with all the other bolts for the cab stuff. You go there as well. Alright, let's get up in there and lift that bit off. Are we going to come off? What are we going to do? We ain't going to come off. Plan B is get the crane, lift the blade off. Back in a minute. Right, if I got everything strung up, after I managed to pull the plug off the end of the thingy, hopefully now we can get this off of here. I hope. Bit of spacing because it is tight, as always. Doing a little carries to leave things off. I have loosened the bolts on the bottom of the frame, so I might have to get a hammer and beat it. Should have a new mic thing for it, hopefully. We'll see how we go. Let's get a big beating stick. Don't want to move. Don't want to move. Give up and go home. I've had enough of this already today. But I'll persevere and I'll get stuff done. Oh, that's moved a little bit. Not a lot, but a bit. There she goes. It's moving now. It's moving now. Really good. Hang on. Just play ball. There we go. There we go. A bit more on the other side, and that'll be off. Hey. She's free. It's off. It's off. Hello. No, it's off. Oh well. It is off. No damage. Nothing broken, nothing to see here. Until I'm not thinking straight. Never mind. At least that bit is on the floor. Right, we've got the last clamp undone. The bottom of the frame there for the step, I think. We should get those bolts undone, and then this bit can come off. I'll have to get a spanner on that one under there because I can't get the socket in there. Right, finally got it off. A bit of diesel on the floor here. I thought it was a tap leaking, but it appears to be somewhere on the pump. So anyway, it'll be coming off and I'm going for an overhaul, but at least I spotted where it is. So let's get after the other side. Right, we're on to the last two for this. Calamities. Oh, like the last bit. Right, you come out of there. Now she's cabless, topless, whatever you want to call it. Oh, bit of weight to these. You can call me a wimp, but I've done what I wanted to do for the day. We've got MOT done, we've got this cab, other than the wings and foot plates, but at least she's topless now. I'm gonna let that do. Folks, thanks for watching. Click the old like, subscribe, give us a comment. I'll try and get back to you, and hit the old like button. be a lovely job. So until the next instalment of what could possibly go wrong here, I'll love you and leave you and catch you next time. Laters.